I'll be real, I would see people online doing all these crazy things, making all this money, driving Lambos, all that crazy stuff, and I legit could not fathom or grasp the idea of how that was even real. My name is Avian Singh, and I really started from a broke college student, cutting hair, trying to get by. Fast forward, I am now 21 years old, but at the age of 19, I did something a little crazy, and instead of investing hundreds of thousands of dollars into college, I found some mentors online, and I was like, hey, you make $1 million a month, I'm gonna give you $10,000, show me how to do it. So by the age of 19, I got my own Skyrise apartment in downtown San Diego, and then by 20 years old, I did over $1 million online and was named one of the youngest, fastest growing entrepreneurs in the state of California. Okay, and since then, I've literally accumulated multiple student success stories. On top of that, by the age of 20 years old, I was named CEO of a 7-figure organization, and then I literally flew across the country to Miami, Florida, lived in a multi-million-dollar home. Now fast forward to the age of 21, I'm now in Bali, okay, now as an international agency owner. So with that being said, I want to give you some context of how this even happened, okay? So I grew up very traditional, but I would say below middle class. I didn't really have a father figure growing up. It was just a single mom, and I had an older brother and a little sister, and we were always kind of like couch hopping, not knowing where we're gonna eat that night, or where we're gonna stay, or just asking family members if we can kind of just kick it there for a little bit, right? A little bit after that, I started to realize, from all of these people telling me that were around me, the only way you can make it out is by going to college, getting a good job, or making out doing wrestling, because I was really good at it. So I started wrestling. I did very good, got all straight A's, 4.0 GPA student, principals list, the whole 9 yards, and I successfully achieved a scholarship, okay, to a Division II college. At that point, I did a whole year and I didn't learn really anything, and that's what scared me the most, because all I would do is go to class, use Snap AI, ChatGPT, all the other things, the resources we have, and I started to realize, hey, what's stopping these employers from just replacing me when I get a degree with AI? I'm like, dude, if you do the math on our degrees right now, if we worked for 4 years straight without spending a dime, we couldn't even afford that car. And that pissed me off. I was just like, how the heck do these guys have just 2 million laying around just to throw at a car? And that was my thought process. How the heck are these guys doing that? And my friends just thought I was crazy. They thought I was just weird. And I was just doing the math and reverse engineering what I would make if I spent 4 years doing the college route and then getting a job after. I'd be negative and I'd be living paycheck to paycheck. But I could never really see myself sitting behind a desk, getting paid hourly and trading time for money for the rest of my life. I would really think to myself, how the heck are these guys being able to live that lifestyle? How are they able to acquire this lifestyle, give back to their family, give back to their parents, buy their mom a car? And I realized you have to build a recession-proof skill set, something that no one can take away from you no matter where you went. And one thing I learned from one of my coaches is true financial security is not how much money is in your bank account. It's not how much your employer tells you you're worth. It's having the ability to create opportunity and money at will by providing value to the marketplace for what you know, which comes within skill sets, not jobs. So I had to realize that, hey, I don't have to trade time for money. All I have to do is work harder on myself, then I do my job. Instead of saying, hey, college, here's $200,000 for 4 years, I went to these guys on the internet like, hey, you make $1 million a month, here's $10,000, teach me how to do that. And of course, it's not get rich quick, it's not gonna happen overnight. The biggest thing that I learned from it is that you legit have to take it seriously, okay? Because the people that pay attention. And I paid a hefty chunk of change, so I got a hefty chunk of results to show for it. And I don't know many 21-year-olds that get to just go up and on a flip of a dime go travel whenever they want. And I got this from one of my coaches. He dropped out of a Division I Ivy League school to go work in Grant Cardone's office, and now he's a multi-liquid millionaire. Okay, he's done over 8 figures online. He's an 8-figure earner. He told me, Avian, the key to success is very simple. All you gotta do is get the right information and operate off that information. Because the wrong information can kill you, but the right information will set you free. I was told by all my friends and my family that the online thing's a scam and it doesn't work. It's fugazi, and I kind of realized that where am I getting this information from? Okay, am I getting information from someone that's made $1 million online, or is it someone that tried it and failed at it, and now is telling me horror stories because they couldn't figure it out? And then it made me realize information changes situations. So I just had to get the right information and implement it into my life. You have to keep investing in yourself and learning from people that are where you want to be, and don't take advice from people that aren't where you want to be in life. Just to wrap things up, it's going to sound very cliche, but you legit have to get uncomfortable. You have to be okay with being misunderstood. Not everybody is going to understand what you're trying to do for yourself, because I know one thing, and I learned this from Steve Harvey, and he said that God didn't put that vision in your mom's head, he didn't put it in your dad's head, he put it in your head for a reason. Because what you think about isn't impossible, because you can't think a thought that's impossible. You're not that smart. So if you have a vision in your head, take action. Don't let anybody stop you from doing it, because at the end of the day, you are all you have on this earth. I would say I'll leave you guys with that. My name is Adrian Singh, and I will see you on the inside.